Yo, what's good, fight fans? Welcome back to Ring Ruler, the channel where we bring you the most electrifying boxing moments from around the globe. If you're pumped for some heart-pounding action, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into an absolute banger of a fight. Zamora from the Philippines going toe-to-toe with Gerardo Antonio Perez from Argentina. This lightweight clash on September 28, 2024, in Glendale, Arizona, was a masterclass in skill, heart, and pure grit. So, grab your gloves, hit that subscribe button, and let's break down the highlights of this unforgettable showdown. Don't forget to stick around until the end for some exclusive insights and a special call to join the Ring Ruler community. Let's set the stage. Zamora, the Filipino sensation nicknamed the War Machine, stepped into the Desert Diamond Arena with an undefeated record of 14 wins, 9 by knockout. At just 21 years old, this southpaw prodigy has been turning heads since he was a kid, mentored by none other than the legendary Roger Mayweather, who saw championship potential in him at the tender age of 7. Zamora's got that slick, calculated style, sharp footwork, vicious body shots, and a knack for controlling the ring like a chess master. His opponent, Gerardo Antonio Perez, known as El Bandido, brought a record of 9 wins, 10 losses, and 9 draws. At 27, the Argentine fighter is no stranger to tough battles, fighting out of Buenos Aires with a scrappy, never-say-die attitude. Oddsmakers had Zamora as a massive favorite at -2,500, but in boxing, you never count out a hungry underdog like Perez. This 8-round lightweight bout was part of the Munguia vs Bazinian prelims, and trust me, it delivered fireworks. As the bell rang for round 1, you could feel the electricity in the air. Referee Thomas Taylor, known for his no-nonsense approach, laid down the rules, and the fighters touched gloves. Zamora came out like a predator stalking his prey, using his southpaw stance to circle Perez and dictate the pace. Right off the bat, he was popping that jab, keeping Perez at bay while sneaking in a nasty right hook to the ribs. Perez, though, wasn't here to just take it. He fired back with a looping overhand right, trying to catch Zamora off guard. But Zamora's footwork was on point, slipping and sliding out of danger like he was dancing on air. The crowd was buzzing, and you could see Perez's frustration building as Zamora controlled the range, picking his shots with surgical precision. A crisp left cross from Zamora snapped Perez's head back late in the round, and the Filipino kid was already making a statement. Round 2 saw Zamora turn up the heat. He started doubling up on his jab, setting up a vicious body attack that had Perez wincing. One thing about Zamora, he loves going to the body. Those hooks to the midsection were landing with a thud, and you could tell they were sapping Perez's energy. But let's give credit to El Bandido. He dug deep, throwing a wild flurry of punches in the final minute of the round, trying to swing the momentum. One right hand grazed Zamora's chin, but the Filipino phenomened it like it was nothing, firing back with a 3-punch combo that had the crowd roaring. It was clear Zamora was in the driver's seat, but Perez's heart was keeping him in the fight. By round 3, Zamora was in full control, and you could see why they call him the War Machine. His punches were crisp, his movement was fluid, and he was cutting off the ring like a seasoned veteran. Perez tried to press forward, looking to rough Zamora up on the inside, but that's a dangerous game against a guy with Zamora's counterpunching skills. A beautiful uppercut from Zamora caught Perez coming in, and for a second, it looked like the Argentine might hit the canvas. He stayed upright, though, and fired back with a desperate combination, showing the kind of guts that make boxing so special. The round ended with Zamora landing a stinging left hand, and Perez's corner had to be worried about their guy's durability. Round 4 was where things got really interesting. Perez, knowing he was behind, came out swinging like his life depended on it. He caught Zamora with a solid right hand early in the round, and for the first time, we saw Zamora take a step back. The crowd at Desert Diamond Arena was on its feet, sensing an upset might be brewing. But Zamora's composure was ice cold. He reset, circled out, and went back to his game plan: stick and move, attack the body, and pick his shots. A gorgeous left hook to Perez's liver had the Argentine grimacing, and you could tell those body shots were adding up. Perez kept fighting, but his punches were starting to lose their zip. Zamora, on the other hand, looked like he could go 12 rounds without breaking a sweat. As we rolled into round 5, Zamora's confidence was through the roof. He started showboating a little, dropping his hands and taunting Perez, daring him to come forward. It was a risky move, but it showed just how comfortable Zamora was in there. Perez, to his credit, didn't back down. He landed a sneaky counter left that got Zamora's attention, but the Filipino star responded with a blistering 4-punch combo that had Perez covering up. The body work was relentless. Zamora was chopping away like a lumberjack, and Perez's legs were starting to look shaky. The round ended with a huge cheer from the Filipino fans in the crowd, and you could feel the pride radiating for their young warrior. Round 6 was all about Zamora's boxing IQ. He wasn't just throwing punches, he was setting traps. He'd bait Perez into throwing, then counter with pinpoint accuracy. A double jab followed by a straight left had Perez stumbling, and for a moment, it looked like a knockout was on the horizon. But Perez's chin held up, and he managed to survive the round, even landing a decent right hand in the final seconds. The Argentine's heart was undeniable, but Zamora's skill was on another level. The commentators were raving about Zamora's poise, with one saying, "This kid's got champion written all over him." And here at Ring Ruler, we couldn't agree more. By round 7, Perez was running on fumes, but he refused to quit. He came out swinging, trying to land something big to turn the fight around. Zamora, though, was too slick. He slipped most of Perez's punches and answered with counters that were starting to swell up Perez's face. A brutal right hook to the body had Perez gasping, and you could see the fight slipping away from him. Zamora's corner was urging him to close the show, but he stayed patient, picking his spots and piling up points. The crowd was eating it up, chanting Zamora. Zamora. As the round came to a close. The 8th and final round was a showcase for Demila Zamora. Knowing he had the fight in the bag, he put on a clinic, mixing flashy combinations with devastating power shots. Perez, battered but unbowed, kept coming forward, throwing everything he had left. A late flurry from Perez got a roar from the crowd, but Zamora shut it down with a thunderous left cross that nearly dropped him. When the final bell rang, both fighters raised their hands, but there was no doubt who had won. The judges scored it a unanimous decision for Demila Zamora, keeping his perfect record intact at 15-0. Perez showed incredible heart, but this night belonged to the Filipino star. What makes this fight so special? For me, it's Zamora's blend of raw talent and veteran savvy at just 21 years old. The way he controlled the ring, broke down Perez's body, and stayed composed under pressure, it's the kind of performance that screams future world champion. Perez, meanwhile, proved he's got the heart of a lion, going 8 hard rounds against a guy the odds makers gave him no shot against. That's why we love boxing here at Ring Ruler. Every fight tells a story of heart, skill, and determination. Let's talk about what's next for these warriors. For Zamora, this win solidifies his status as one of the hottest prospects in the lightweight division. A step up against a top 15 contender could be on the horizon, and with his skills, he's got the potential to climb the ranks fast. Perez, despite the loss, showed he can hang with elite talent. A few more fights to rebuild his confidence, and he could be a tough test for anyone in the division. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate what we just witnessed. Boxing isn't just about knockouts, it's about moments like these, where two fighters leave it all in the ring. If you loved this breakdown, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to Ring Ruler for more fight highlights, breakdowns, and exclusive content. We're dropping new videos every week, so hit that notification bell so you never miss a punch. Want to join the conversation? Drop a comment below, tell us who you think Zamora should fight next or if you think Perez deserves a rematch. And if you want to support the channel, check out our Patreon for behind the scenes content and exclusive Ring Ruler merch. Oh, and one last thing, stick around for our next video, where we're breaking down another epic clash you won't want to miss. Share this video with your fellow fight fans, and let's keep growing the Ring Ruler community. Until next time, keep your hands up and your chin down. This is Ring Ruler, signing off.